I don't know what happened that day, but I don't think it was a bullet that hit him. I don't. I think it was maybe a fragment of something but I don't know. Without a scar to be seen, yet blood all over it. Look at the photos of him right after with his fist pumping. A normal reaction, right? To almost being assassinated. There's something really hinky about the whole thing. And I don't know what it is, but I am saying this. For people who go on conspiracy theories for endless cycles, deep dives, how come this isn't getting a deep dive?
New York Times put it. On the first night of this convention, Trump was
bro. How many people died? 2 people died. That's including the shooter.
Now, I don't know when this clip was taken, though. So this could have been right after.
2 people died.
A lot of people didn't know. Some people don't know people died. Like, if you go ask somebody, you say, hey, bro, do you know Trump got assassinated? Not assassinated. You know Trump almost got assassinated? They're going to say, yeah. But you going to ask them, do you know somebody died at that event? A lot of people are going to say, oh, damn, they didn't know that.
Well, after he missed his ears, a whole group of people behind him. You would have expected that somebody got hit with a bullet, my brother.
Hey.
We watched the whole man die. And then we seen the video of the shooter. I had an argument with somebody about that. They was like, I didn't know they killed the shooter. So you think a nigga gonna shoot the president and get away with
that
it?
tells you how much information. That tells you how much information people know.
I said, wow.
The media didn't talk about how the death at that rally was a big thing.
They literally just stopped talking about it. Really, like it was covered for maybe like a week and a half, and then it was kind of swept under the rug, and now everyone just kind of uses it like, oh, Trump got shot. It's fake.
If that happened to Kamala, that would be going on the media every day.
Nigga,
It'll be at 8 in the morning, 9 p.m. They'll just keep talking about that shit.
They're gonna say how racist this country is.
Oh my gosh! If that happened to Kamala, they would. Oh, that would be bad.
Like that. A lot of people don't even know a random person died, bro. So that tells you right there that the media media just wants to cover bullshit, bro. That's what that is right there.
On the first night of this convention, Trump was his own biggest prop. He entered the VIP box, a large white bandage on his injured right ear, an image for political mobilization, a spectacle for this candidate who we know is, by his own admission, obsessed with assorted spectacles.
So, Joe, the ear bandage was a spectacle. I don't know. I'm reviewing my notes right now. I think it was because he was shot in the ear.
Grill his
needed
ass.
A bandage. It's medical.
You hear the way Ari Melber put that? His injured right ear. Injured, to your point. A bullet went through the ear. And he's wearing a bandage because he lost part of the ear. We are 3 days since this man nearly got his head blown off, only because he turned his head a little bit more to read some notes that were given to him on a screen around immigration. Is he alive right now? And MSNBC, as sick as they are, and Ari Melber, as sick as he is, go to hell, Ari Melber, quite frankly, because to say something like that, it's a prop? Give me a break. Show any sort of human dignity in this moment, and he couldn't do that, as could many on that network, quite frankly.
People really believe this is fake. That is so insane.
I think some people believe that it's real. They're just not showing sympathy because that's what they can't do on the media towards Trump. Simply what it is.
Well, somebody died. I don't understand why they're going to try to spin that. Somebody's literally dead from this.
They don't want to talk about that.
A law-abiding, upstanding citizen who was actually a net positive to society is now dead from this. Someone's father, someone's husband, somebody's coworker, friend, and brother is now dead. And y'all are calling this fake. You're calling this a spectacle, calling this made up because someone you don't like.
He's his own prop.
Yeah, because it happened to someone you don't like. I think that is a little overblown. Like,
Banana Republic.
You can have your opinions, but when you try to downplay something as severe as an assassination attempt, that people literally died from, I just don't really, I don't really find that to be respectable, especially on a reputable news source like MSNBC. That's just like that's type of stuff that people need to get reprimanded for.
Because if they showed that sympathy to that person that died, then that's like a point for. Not gonna say it's a point for Trump. It's sad.
Only reason I know someone died is because Trump honored them at the RNC, and it was honored by like the administration because the news didn't cover it.
Yeah, nobody
covered it. Nobody covered it.
That's a point towards Trump.
I just think it's really crazy that everything Trump, anything bad happens to him, they'll cover it just for the sake of covering it. And if anything they have to say bad about him, they're gonna.
Somebody died, so it's not a point. Nobody wins out of this, but. It is for Trump because if they see him, if the media sees him and, the world sees him showing sympathy toward the person that died, that's a pathos or, that's a moment for Trump to not capitalize, but capitalize off of kind of for his campaign. So people that's gonna be like, wow, he really did that. The media didn't want to cover that.
Well, why would who want to shoot themselves for a political advantage?
I don't know, but that's how insane that these people are thinking. Well, we're not thinking that insane. Trump's not thinking that insane.
Would you get shot
Y'all
in the
are
ear
thinking that insane.
for a political advantage?
Because
I personally would not want to get shot at all.
yeah, let's get it go.
And who want to get close shot near the fucking ear where your head is damn near at?
He literally.
Because somebody think
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
put
bro.
it's hard.
Bro.
Like it's hard.
These
to-
people are extreme, so they try to make us look extreme. That's literally
I'm just
what's
thinking
going
with
on.
straight logic, bro.
Yeah, bro, let's let him go, bro. He's finna get cooked.
And can you tell us what role RFK Jr. would play in health policy? We're hearing reports he could be involved in a transition team.
Well, RFK Jr. has been someone who's been very steadfast in making sure that when it comes to the decisions that affect your body, you get to choose. And what we saw was government mandates, whether you're a government employee at the local level, the state level, or the federal level, being forced to take an injection in order to save your job. And RFK was against that. By the way, I think a lot of Americans were against that.
Yeah, I'll jump in.
We
I'll
saw
let
a
you
lot of
finish.
Americans-
As you know, Corey, I'll always give you time. You're talking about policy, and you were referring to something that is true. There was a wide national debate about government requirements. I asked you, though, about RFK's actual conspiracy theories. Are you going to tell me that you and Donald Trump think COVID itself was hatched to target people by race, or are you going to reject that part of his agenda?
Ari, I'm not here to answer questions for RFK Jr. He's a big man. He can do that on his own. He's been on television a number of times to answer his own questions. What I am here to tell you is that he has a microphone to an audience who's very concerned that the government mandated vaccines into their children and themselves in order to keep their jobs. And there's real Americans who lost their jobs and their livelihoods because of what the government did to them. And I think when it comes to RFK, specifically those moms who have young children, they're very concerned about what is being injected into their children, whether it's through the food supply or through these vaccines. And RFK has an opportunity to go out and talk about the fact that he was right. The government should not have had to mandate those. We don't know the full impact of what was mandated by the government on the long-term repercussions that it could potentially cause. So we're very much in line with RFK on that position.
All right, I got your answer on that. We have the headlines about you. You're not the whole focus of this interview.
I know I'm a conspiracy theorist type of guy, you know. I believe COVID was literally a terrorist attack, damn near, on the American people and the Western society. Because
Yeah, and they want to cover it up, and we know that. Like they've been covering everything up.
Because like right after that, stuff really started getting weird in America. Like
I think that was interesting that he asked him a question and then got mad that he didn't like the answer. Like he was literally answering. He was like, "I'm gonna let you finish.
Look
I'm
at
gonna
his
let you
face
finish
the whole time.
I'm gonna let you finish." Like, come on, bro. Like he was answering. Like he was like telling you who RFK is, and then you want him to talk about some damn conspiracy theories. You trying to what is it? Move the goalposts. That's what you trying to do.
it is crazy. Like thinking about
They
it.
want to control that narrative so bad. As soon as they lose control, they start talking over people, interrupt, especially on MSNBC.
Hold on. That wasn't the question, though. You know, I give you a little minute to talk, though. But here's the next.
You want to
just
know
cut
why
him off.
You want to know why MSNBC is my least favorite network? And I probably like MSNBC less than CNN.
Oh, for
at least
sure.
CNN has Scott Jennings. But they got this guy, and they got Joy Reid.
I don't ever remember the president ever asking me to get involved with Jeff Sessions or the Department of Justice in any way, shape, or form ever.
That wasn't true, was it, sir?
I heard that.
And that was not true, was it?
I have no obligation to be honest with the media because they're just as dishonest as anybody else. Perhaps I was inaccurate at that time.
Can you
Boy,
state
I
for the
look
record?
good.
Let me ask you. I'll give you the question.
Amazing,
I'll give you the question.
How
You can
good
get
do
the
I look
answer.
back then?
We heard you on the campaign, 2024. Now I want to turn to this to deal with it. First time you've been back since then. Do you want to state for the record that what you stated on air was false? Because people are listening to you about the campaign, and why should they believe you if you're lying about other things?
Ari, if we're going down this road, are you going to state that Donald Trump had a bandage on his ear just for a spectacle? Are you going to state that that was false? The guy got shot in the head, and you said the only reason he had a bandage on his ear, I can read you the quote if you want, that you said it was just for spectacle. So if you want to apologize,
two things. You're not
Ari,
answering the question, Corey.
Ari,
You're not answering the question.
Do you take back your statement?
I know what you're
Donald
referring
Trump
to,
only had
and
a
at the end of the
bandage on
interview, we
his
can touch
ear?
base on that. We're
That's
going
a
to
good
finish
point.
this question. I will return to that. But the question on the table is, do you admit now for the record that when asked
That you
point
were wrong?
blank
Do you
about
admit that?
Donald Trump, I said I'll go to it at the end, and I will. I'll do that for you.
Okay,
But right now,
so
the
which
question
one
is,
is
you
it?
agreed to come on and
He's
be
mad.
interviewed. You got
I
time.
absolutely did,
Now
Ari.
I'm asking you this. Do you admit that you were stating that falsely at the time because the investigation was about whether Donald Trump was trying to get you to get Sessions to shut down a lawful probe.
Ari, if you tell me that you admit that you were wrong, that Donald Trump wasn't having a bandage on his ear for spectacle, then I'll take you for your word. So you tell me that you were wrong.
So you're not. I told you I'll come back to that at the end because I will, but you're not going to answer the question.
Wow.
Ari, listen, here's the deal, man. I'm with you to answer questions, but you can't ask me something when you're not willing to say that you were wrong too. Right? So admit
I told you I'll come back to that. Again, the viewers are smart. Corey, the viewers are smart.
Yeah,
they understand that having been busted under oath, you admitted that. You said, quote, I have no obligation to be honest with the media. And so this is relevant because even though I'm being fair and giving you time, if you admit under oath that you were not telling the truth, it is relevant now. And now you seem to be unable to address that. I'll play one more exchange from your House hearing. Take a look.
Wow.
Hey, you're a clear, straight speaker.
Straight.
I gave you time. I didn't lead with this. I gave you time to talk about 2024. You got that time. And this is now your chance to address this, and you're not addressing it. That's fine.
Ari, you're not
people can read that for themselves.
You're not addressing
You want me to respond to you now we're at the end of the interview? You want me to respond to that?
Okay.
I'd be happy to since we're on live air. I'm gonna respond to you on live air. I quoted a New York Times article that said, at the convention, Donald Trump was his own biggest prop. It was a New York Times quote about how he had become such an important figure in rebounding from what was a horrific assassination attempt. Fox News, which Corey, I said I'd address it. I'm going to finish. Fox News, many viewers may not know about this, but apparently you do, and some do. Fox News, which has been caught in defamation, ran a false piece, falsely stating that I said something else that I didn't say. So I stand on that. I stand on the New York Times
quote. So you
quote.
didn't say this bandage was a prop, a spectacle from a candidate who was obsessed with spectacles.
I did not say that. That is a false quote.
Right here. It's clear.
You
absolutely said
what you have is a false quote.
That's verbatim what he said.
I'm putting you on notice. If you continue to repeat falsely that I said that, you will be potentially in a defamation situation because I didn't say that. But I understand that you're working on the internet. There's a lot of false information.
This is what it says
I wish you luck with that.
I
And Corey Lewandowski, we gave you time. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you for joining me. Corey Lewandowski, Trump 2024.
No, that's crazy. So I'm gonna tell you what I just got from that. So basically, this guy on the left is trying to smear this guy on the right and paint him as a liar, right? Because he's on TV as a former person in Trump's cabinet on his campaign in 2016. So he brought him on to try to smear him, kind of make him look like a liar. That's why he just randomly brought up this thing where he lied. You don't have to tell the truth to the media. I can lie if I want to. And he quoted that. That's what he said. He brought that up to try to smear him to show that anybody on the Trump campaign is a liar. And he's trying to press him into admitting that he's a liar. That's what he's trying to do. Admit you're a liar. Admit you're a liar. Admit you're a liar. He said, well, you're a liar. You also said bullshit. He was like, well, no, we're going to talk about you first. We're going to talk about you first. We're going to talk about you first.
But he admitted to his wrong. Like, even if he said something wrong, he said,
exactly.
I might have been wrong.
Exactly. That's why they ran the clip, and he's trying to get him to say you're a liar. But basically, he was like, I might have been wrong on that day. I don't have to be right every time. I have no obligation to tell y'all the truth every time. I may have lied, been wrong on that day. That's basically what he said in the courtroom.
Why would I be honest?
That's what I'm saying.
To media, that's dishonest.
That's what he said. No, facts. And he's over here, and the dude on the left is like, no, you just admit you're a liar, admit you're a liar, admit you're a liar. He's like, well, no, I'm not admitting that.
I see
why.
why.
I'm not a liar. I may have lied once. And then at the end, he was like, well, you on TV saying bullshit. He was like, well, I'll sue you if you keep talking about me.
Are you kidding me,
oh, you're
bro?
a pussy.
I'm keep it 100.
A conversation?
This really made me respect Republicans even more because, like, I only see Republicans getting on their panels to talk.
Oh, yeah.
Argue.
It's just and they come in, the liberal medias come in control of the situation, knowing the questions, probably not even giving the Republican guy that's on the panel the question at all, and they're still getting grilled. He probably knew where he was gonna go with it, though.
But
he
like,
probably knew. So
why we never see them like on the other side on Fox? Like, why we never see the other side on Fox, bro?
Tim and Kamala are going on CNN today. Stop asking them questions.
Hold up, they're not asking them questions. I thought it was a pre-recorded.
Yeah, they're going to see now. Oh, yeah, it is pre-recorded.
Sad, bro.
And yet this was also showmanship by a politician known for his mastery of what they call unscripted reality TV. Taking this supremely visible seat in the VIP box with his new running mate and party leaders and a longtime TV personality, Tucker Carlson, up there as well last night. Here's how the New York Times put it. On the first night of this convention, Trump was his own biggest prop. He entered the VIP box, a large white bandage on his injured right ear, the result of a close call on Saturday with a would-be assassin's bullet. A reminder of mortality, a badge of survival. It was a blank rectangle on which the crowd could read what it wished, and that made it the most potent placard in the hall.
Wow.
That's fair. A placard for delegates to fill in, an image for political mobilization, a spectacle for this candidate who we know is, by his own admission, obsessed with assorted spectacles. Fox News, many viewers may not know about this, but apparently you do, and some do. Fox News, which has been caught in defamation, ran a false piece falsely stating that I said something else that I didn't say. So I stand on that. I stand on the New York Times
quote. So you didn't say this bandage was a prop, a spectacle from a candidate who was obsessed with
Mr. Lewandowski, I did not say that. That is a false quote.
Right here.
And
it's clear.
What you have is a false quote. What you have is a false quote. And if you, I'm putting you on notice, if you continue to repeat falsely that I said that, you will be potentially in a defamation situation because I didn't say that. But I understand. A placard for delegates to fill in, an image for political mobilization, a spectacle for this candidate who we know is, by his own admission, obsessed with assorted spectacles. These aren't normal times. This is not a normal convention. Whether that makes it abnormal in a way that is either special or abnormal in a way that is bad is what voters will assess, because many are watching over the course of these nights, along with you and our team here.
You're gonna sit here and lie in my ears, bro. I just really can't believe this shit, man. Well, nah, this might be up there, like one of the worst shits I've ever seen in the media. For real.
Well, at first he was like I was finna give him the benefit of the doubt because he was reading a quote. He was reading a quote from New York Times.
From another liberal media outfit.
Yeah, I was gonna let him ride until he said, "I agree."
No,
I was gonna let him ride until he said, "I agree."
I was gonna say, you know what? I mean, maybe he said one word differently. He did still quote it. I wasn't gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he said, "I didn't say that at all." Nope, I didn't say that, brother. If I said something and I didn't, that's like somebody coming up to me and saying, "Brother, you said this," and I kind of said it, but then I say, "Nah, I ain't say it, nigga. I said it."
He quoted his actual rebuttal, not the actual quote he was reading.
Bro, he said the exact words.
Yeah, he said
like this is and then he doubled down on it on the exact quote. The guy had the exact quote. He probably wasn't even thinking about the New York Times quote. He said it after this.
Yeah, that's what fucked me up. That's what I was like, oh.
Nope, I didn't say that.
Hey, whoever.
Wow.
It kind of buttered us up first because it like you get the New York Times, it's like, oh, he just reading the quote. No. And then right after you see him.
And when you're reading a quote from the New York Times, that's a problem already. The man said that the Republican National Convention wasn't a regular convention. I was there. We seen a lot of Christians there. We seen a lot of normal people there. We seen a lot of loving people there,
There's a lot of Jewish people there. That's probably the most Jewish people I've ever seen in one place in my life.
All types of people there. Everybody was getting along.
That was probably the most.
The DNC brought out the Central Park Five and Oprah and Bill Clinton, and then the RNC's weird. Wow.
Well, they probably don't think it's weird because they there.
And that's their party, bro. They gonna stand beside it.
Didn't somebody say
it's
something?
all cult-like.
Didn't somebody say something about a gay left hand? Yeah, bro. It was something weird I heard that. They said, because this hand is... I heard something crazy like that.
Well, I'm going to keep it 100. I seen a lot of crazy blue head, a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Bro, they were promoting gay stuff on stage, bro.
Oh, wow.
And like outside of the RNC, it was not a big ass protest outside of the RNC. And then, hold on, I got some more red flags I got to throw out there. I ain't hearing no woman in the RNC says she'll choose choose abortion over democracy. I ain't never heard that in the RNC. I was hearing some crazy shit. I was literally listening to logical thinking people.
That was crazy.
This shit is insane, guys. You can't make this shit up, man. This right here, every day something's getting proved, but this right here is just blatantly just... You just taking this. You farting in my face or some shit, bro.
Oh wow!
Like this is crazy, bro.
Oh wow!
You this is like actually a danger to the American people right here.